Hey everyone, Sheila here from Lifewithpets. So today is the day that we show you our new betta fish. We're going to be putting them into the divided tank that we set up last week. So let's take a look at them. Okay, so here they are, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I have just put them very quickly into these 2 containers out of the quarantine tanks that they've been in. They are going to be going into our new divided tank setup. If you didn't see that video and you want to see it sort of more in depth, then I will leave a link to it in the top iCard. So the one on the right we do not have a name for yet. He is a dumbo or elephant ear betta, and he is a half moon. So if you want to leave comments in the comments box below or suggestions in the comments box below for a name, then we may pick one of those. The one on the left we have called Picasso, and he is the one with the story. He is a double tail plakat and he's absolutely gorgeous. I am just giving them a few minutes flare time before I put them into the tank. I just wanted to show you guys them in all their glory as they sort of display their fins. So I am going to go ahead and move them across into the divided tank, and then from there we will pick up the story. So I put the first guy in already, and as you can see, there he is exploring his new home. And the second one I have just got sitting in the top. I am just letting them a temperature adjust. Now, having said that, the water in those jars was actually the same as the tank, so I don't need to worry about it too much. Now, this is actually, I don't really know what to call it because you can't really say it's a net because it's not made like a net. However, this is something that we saw on Instagram, and I actually posted a video of it. Let me just move over the top and then maybe you can see a little bit better. It is just like a net, however it is made out of sort of a plastic material, and it's exactly the same as a net in that it has the handle, it even has a hook on the end. And I saw this being used on Space City fish, and I just thought what a neat idea for transporting your fish, in that they then can't damage their fins and get caught in the net. It's almost like transferring them in a cup. And so I posted the video that they posted showing it being used, saying, hey, what did you think about it? And I was amazed how well the video did. And the company actually contacted us and said, did we want to try one out? And I said, yeah, I would happily give it a go and see what our betta fish think of it. And I do think that it is a great idea. Now, the only thing I would say is, I'm going to let this one out now, he's been in here a while. The only thing I would say is I do think that ideally it could do with being a little deeper. You can see there just how deep it is. However, I also think that if you just put something over the top when you transport your fish, then that would work also. So you can see it right there. I think it's a great idea. There's no sort of your fish getting caught in nets anymore and damaging their fins. I think that this is ideal because the water actually stays in there with the fish. But like I say, I would put maybe your hand over the top, or I would also maybe put like something over the top as well. So great idea, and I will leave a link to their Instagram if you want to take a look at it, and I want to say thank you to them for sending it. So we went to the pet store to look for 2 new betta fish, and we decided to go that route this time, as we've had a few online just recently, and so we decided that we were going to give the pet stores a shot. I'm not going to mention where we got them from due to what actually happened when we went into the store, and I don't want the stores to get into any trouble. So when we went in, we did see this little guy more or less straight away, and we had a dumbo a while ago and we wanted another one for a long time. So he was quite an obvious choice, and we absolutely love him. He does appear to have slightly chewed fins, and so we're hoping that once he is happy in this setup, that I'm hoping that that will change. But sometimes once they get into the habit of doing it, it's very difficult to break. But I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do that. But it's this guy over here. I can't actually see him right now. But it's this guy, oh, there he is. It's this guy over here that does actually have the story. As we were looking for more fish, one of the employees came over to us and said, had we seen him? And he wasn't with all the other betta fish. He was actually in a different tank. and they said that somebody had brought him in that morning and basically said that if the store didn't take him, they were going to throw him in the trash. They didn't want him any longer. So how could you not take a fish like that? Not to mention, he is absolutely gorgeous. He's got red and white and black and blue. He's just absolutely gorgeous. But obviously with a story like that, then we were definitely going to take him. I do think that he is a lot older, just by the shape of him and how big he is. Generally, he is a twin tail, and he is absolutely stunning. So I do hope that he settles well. We have had him now for about 2 weeks, I think it is. We've had both of them. They're eating really well and they are doing very well. So this guy, very sad story. The store said that they didn't know how long they could keep him for, because obviously they shouldn't have taken him. They are not usually allowed to take fish in, especially fish that have not actually been bought at the store. And this one hadn't been bought there. Apparently the person just went in and basically said, if you don't take him, I'm going to go outside and throw him in the trash. And so obviously they did take him, which I'm very thankful for, because now he has a home with us. And like I said, he does have a name. We've named him Picasso, just because we like the markings on him and sort of all the splashes of colour. This one, like I say, doesn't have a name, so please leave suggestions in the comments box below. So the tank that we have put them in is a 10-gallon divided tank. I will leave a link to the dividers in the description box below. As most of you know, we do actually sell these dividers. We make them ourselves and we sell them on our website. And we do also sell them on eBay as well, for those of you that maybe don't want to use a website but want to use sort of a platform that you're more familiar with. We do actually sell them on there as well. So if you're interested, I will leave links to everything I can in the description box. We do also have the filtration at the back. We have our DIY filter on this side, which is right there, and we have just done an updated video on that if you want to check it out. In fact, it won't be out until I think about another 2 weeks. And then we also have a sponge filter in there as well. Just look at this goofball going down into there. I do love the dumbos because they just seem to sort of throw themselves around and stuff themselves into places. They're just such goofy fish. Anyway guys, I will leave you with some footage of these fish. Let me know what you think of them in the comments box below.